Oh, Oliveira's out. Oh, shit. 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 What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going over the results of UFC 317, Charles Oliveira versus Ilia Topuria. Got a lot to talk about. Let's get right into it. We're going to go ahead and start with Peyton Talbott versus Felipe Lima. I had predicted Peyton Talbott to lose this fight, but he proved me wrong, and I feel like he proved a lot of people wrong. He made tremendous leaps in his grappling skill. Quite frankly, I thought it was fucked. I didn't think he had anything for Lima on the ground, but he really proved me wrong there. And I will say, I think Lima underperformed a little bit. I think he got caught off guard by Peyton's grappling ability. I think he thought he'd be able to kind of have his way on the ground, and when that didn't happen, he froze up a bit. But nonetheless, Peyton just looked better in there overall. And yeah, he started the hype train again for himself. So I'm very curious to see where he goes next. For the next fight of the night, we had Moicano versus Dariush. There's another one I got wrong. I picked Moicano to win because it had been over like a year and a half since we saw Dariush. I think his last fight was in September of 2023. And yeah, that might have been good for him, but you know, all the momentum was on Moicano's side, or so I thought. Moicano, I feel like, won that first round. He looked good. He almost finished Beneil. It seemed like he dropped him, but Beneil fucking bounced back. I don't know if Moicano gassed or if Beneil just stepped the fuck up. I don't know. But Moicano got his ass whooped 2-1 overall. Beneil really kind of dug deep, I felt like, and brought out a somewhat vintage performance. But I know he was calling for a title shot at the post-fight press conference, but if we're being real, he's never going to touch the belt again. I don't know if he'll ever get to a title shot again. He's probably going to get chinned before he even gets there, and if he were to get there, Ilia Topuria would probably kill him. We are on to Joshua Van versus Brandon Royval. This is another one that I got wrong, but I did say that I do think Joshua's Van time is now. It's just this is too much of a tough task to take on short notice. But he fucking proved me wrong completely. I didn't know he was that good. I really didn't, guys. He was taking shots, he was giving shots, and of course at the very end, he dropped Royval for like a buzzer beater almost. It was weird. Royval seemed like he thought it got stopped. I don't know. It was an odd situation, but regardless, Van looked fucking good. And the fact that PanGOATja won, which we'll get into that makes Van the clear #1 contender. Had Royval won and PanGOATja won, we know Royval isn't going to be up for a title shot. Even though Dana said it, he meant it for Van. And Van really stepped up. Like I said it in my previous video, this is what dreams are made of. Short notice shot. He stepped in, beat up the #1 contender. Now he's going to fight for the title at age 23. It was really, I mean, I know we've kind of been in a slump for UFC fights, but that might have been fight of the year. Comment down below. What do you guys think? I think so. It was really back and forth, so I would maybe call it fight of the year. Let me know what you guys think down below. We are on to the co-main event, Kai Kara-France versus Alexander PanGOATja. This one went exactly how I thought it would. PanGOATja just walked Kai Kara-France down and submitted him. We all knew Kai Kara-France's best chance was knocking out PanGOATja early in the first couple of rounds, but it seemed like PanGOATja was the one having success on the feet. And yeah, Kai Kara-France really didn't have anything for him. PanGOATja just kind of walked through him. Another jewel to add to PanGOATja's belt. Good for him, man. And I do agree with him. We got to put respect on the flyweights. He is a top 5 pound for pound, if not top 3. I want to add too, I thought it was really cringe that at the end of that fight, Kai Kara-France acted like he was passed out. Gaethje did the same thing against Oliveira, but Kai Kara-France's was a lot more obvious. Like, he was not out. He was clearly not out, but he tried to play it off like he was knocked out. I get it, he was upset, but like the way he flopped, you could tell for a split second, he considered act like he got choked out. I don't know, it was a little cringe. I don't really care. I don't think it's that cringe, the Maori thing, whatever. It's his culture or whatever, but what he did there at the end of that fight was pretty cringe. We are on to the main event, Charles Oliveira versus Ilia Topuria. This one I got right again. I predicted Ilia would knock out Charles. I did say in the second round Ilia proved me wrong. He did it in the first round, which was fucking crazy. I don't know. I didn't know what to think when it first happened. I mean, we knew Oliveira is very, very chinny in that Ilia is a power puncher, a knockout artist. So it was a recipe for disaster. But towards the start of the fight, right before it happened, I started to feel like Charles could do it. I was like, you know what? Charles might shock the world. I was starting to fall for the propaganda. DC was really pushing that too. Like, it was going to give Ilia problems. And the commentary was kind of gassing Charles there, saying, you could already see the difference in the absorption of the shots, blah, blah, blah. And like 0.2 seconds after Joe said that, Charles got knocked out. It really was a crazy knockout. He slept Charles. It was bad, bro. It was bad. Obviously, this is very good for the UFC. People have been saying we've had a star problem. Not anymore. Ilia has stepped up. He took the throne from, I don't know from who, maybe O'Malley. I don't know. He's the UFC's biggest star right now. The fact that in his last 3 fights, he's knocked out legends of the sport, modern legends of the sport, that alone has put him on another level in terms of pound for pound status and popularity status. Another thing too is Ilia won in the perfect way. And what I mean by that is, obviously the big talks going into this was, how is Ilia gonna look and how would he look against Islam? We know it took Islam a couple rounds to finish Oliveira, but a dominant fight for Islam nonetheless. Ilia needed to come in here and finish Oliveira before Islam did, or beat him in a more dominant way. In my opinion, he did both. We all know how fickle this fan base can be. When Oliveira was going on his run, everybody was saying he could beat Khabib because of how quick he was beating the guys versus how quick it took Khabib to beat them. So if you have 2 guys, Islam and Ilia, both in their primes right now with a common opponent like that, that just, dude, that knockout that Ilia got is going to feed the Ilia versus Islam discussions for generations until that fight happens. That fight will be the one that everybody will look towards. And, you know, he has me thinking he could maybe chin Islam. Overall, this was a great card from the prelims all the way to the main event. It was really fucking good. A lot of people have been saying the UFC fell off and all that, and I really don't agree. The MMA fan base is just really bitchy, and we do have a really short memory. So once we get in a slump, we think it's the end of the world. But the UFC has shown us why they're the best in the MMA business. Alright, that is going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. As always, if you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends. Every interaction goes a long way. I want to thank you for your time. We're a real small channel. So yeah, really everything that you do here really matters. Make sure to follow me over on X at Saucundies Live. I live tweet during all of the fights, including the prelims, early prelims, that I post all of my picks there, including my prelim picks. So follow me over there. And yeah, that's really all I got. Stay tuned. We're going to be taking over the MMA space this year. Thanks for watching.